man.
Hashtag content, hype beast, Jan.
Okay, well, I'm already recording,
Hashtag
so
Forex trader.
what's going on, guys? It's Duke from the Livecast, and I am with my co-host, man like Casper.
Well, go on, what are you saying?
And obviously, we've got a cheeky little guest today, or frequent
Returning guest.
first returner.
The danger strikes back.
There's something wrong with this man. It's man like
Man
Jan.
like Ozone, man like Jan.
The second name, the government name.
Hello, it's fine. It's great to be back in the crib
Whoa,
with the Donnies, the
come
Donna
on,
kebabs.
Jan. So
You
yeah,
know, getting right out there. Never forget my
Alright,
roots.
stop talking.
Man's
Stop.
backplotting his mic,
Yeah,
bro.
your mic's going mad.
Your mic's being silly, bro. Silly sausage.
We might as well restart because obviously
No,
the
no,
audience
no,
needs
no,
to hear
no.
my.
Just keep moving.
What?
Yeah, might as well.
Bro, just stop moving your mic and we'll be good.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, yeah.
What's
Luke
happened?
is dead.
Alright, cool.
Luke's muted his mic.
I think
The
Luke is
crowd's
dead.
the crowd's going wild. Fucking 1-0 to the Conor
Al,
Liberators.
we'll be
That's
back
alright.
for a commercial break.
Thanks for the commercial break, guys. We are back with another episode of the Life.
Luke just finalizing his sponsorship
Anyway, so
Yeah, with fucking Durex.
with
Love
the
sex
WNBA.
bro, I swear, if you go into my top drawer, yeah, and my boxes things, bro,
Love
there's
sex
like
Durex.
7 boxes there. Gee, they're all
Gee,
empty, bro.
this
I just,
man's got one for.
Wait,
Oh
so you
no.
need 7 boxes just to hold your dildo?
no, no, Jan. Basically, man's got them.
Was.
Man's got them empty cardboard boxes, yeah. Like I can't bother to throw them out, so I'm
Those
basically
fat
starting a
boxes,
collection.
yeah. Oh,
Mm.
But yeah, how are you, man? Let's get into this one.
Yes. Now. I'm big chilling.
Good, big
I've.
chilling.
I should be in a lecture right now, so you know
Ah, fuck that.
productivity
I should be
is.
at work. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Now honestly, today's lecture was pointless, so I just tapped my card and dipped. That's how uni life works. How about you boys? How's A levels going, John?
doing okay.
Is that it? Yeah, it's going okay.
Good.
That's it. Okay,
Aye.
safe, G.
Aye, bring in the next guest. Bring in the next guest.
Aye, cut.
I'm not exactly in the mojo, okay? I'm 5 days out of A levels right now.
Wait, what? You mean
Must be
PPEs
Yeah,
or
man,
something?
nice.
now I've got a
They
holiday.
have fucking
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you're on half time.
half time.
Yeah.
We don't like see big boys don't get half time no more.
Gee, I don't even get a holiday that often.
Yeah, but you're gonna go fucking Lanzarote and
Get lit,
mash
bruv.
up the place. Smash up the place.
Bro,
Come on.
leaving my mark on there. Come on.
Man's
What?
gonna piss all over the wall.
Man's getting a little,
Leave his
little
mark
spray
there.
can. Pss, pss, pss. Okay, in the cut. You know how it is. Anyway,
Jeez, obviously, come on.
yeah, what you been up to then? You got this week? Been chilling, up to busy stuff, nothing. Let
Yeah.
me know.
I don't even know what I've done this week. Well, it's already Thursday and I don't even know what I've done this week.
Boy, this week, sorry, not weekend. This week has gone bare fast. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Oh shit. Bruv. Bet just on a completely different
Yeah, let's take this
fucking storyline.
podcast on a new track. Let's go.
Completely random. Have you guys seen those bare fucking shooting in Germany?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
on the shisha bars,
the
isn't it?
shisha bar.
Yeah.
Madness.
Man, that's sad.
It's bad. Apparently, it was like according to this reliable source, which is Twitter. Apparently, it was a neo-Nazi.
Oh,
So that's fun.
To be fair, it was definitely like a racially motivated attack. I mean, no man just randomly hits up like the one shisha bar in Berlin or whatever.
It's in Hanau, innit?
I see.
Yeah, so bare neo-Nazis shooting up the land. It's quite fun, actually. Not really.
yes.
Rest in
Anyone
peace.
out there, just yeah, don't go shisha bar no more.
Nah, fuck
No
that.
Beirut nights.
Beirut nights, Can we actually go to Beirut nights? Do up the thing.
It's in Acton, so it's not far from you, Jan. So we can all bop through.
The only
Yes,
thing I know
Jan.
about Beirut is that GCSE anthology poem, Wolf Photographer. It was actually the poem I had to compare for my GCSEs.
War photographer, you did that one.
This
Yeah, yeah,
guy's
yeah. And I
Who's that
still
by?
remember
Owen Wilson? No.
Carol Ann Duffy, the current poet laureate, believe it or not.
Oh, really? Thanks for telling
as
me.
if I fucking know what that means.
She's like responsible for creating poems like that talk about universal events throughout the world.
Caroline Duffy, whose husband? No, who was her husband? Like
I have
Aldous
no
Huxley
idea.
or something. Can't remember still.
I have
Who?
no idea.
Are you lot on the mad one?
A level
I
English, you
even
know
know what
that.
the fuck you
But
talking about.
nonetheless, do you guys know I've memorized the whole first stanza of that poem? Here you
No.
go.
Oh, no one knows about Simon Armitage remains. I Casa spun me through the thing. Come on.
Come on!
Gee.
I just punched my monitor, bro.
Man like
I
me.
hated Remains, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Bruv, do you know what I used for my English? Fucking, I used Storm on the Island or whatever that one was called. That one was
That's a
Oh,
banging.
lie.
Seamus
I know
Heaney.
what you
What a
used,
lad.
Casper. You used Mein Kampf in your comparison.
Wow. cut.
Let's be honest.
Cut that. Jacob.
Yeah, yeah, of course I use my cap. Nah, but I did in my creative writing. You know the one where it's like it gives you a picture of storyline.
Oh, I remember you said this story a few times ago. I like. Yeah, I remember.
He was so proud of his screw up that he just advertised it to the world.
But this question where it was like write a story about two very completely different people. So I wrote about a SS soldier and a little Jewish girl.
Yeah, I remember now.
And man banged the easy 7 in English after that.
That's
So
crazy, man.
yes, no.
You know,
Yeah,
for my one, I did the one where like they're on the bus or whatever. You know, like the picture through the window.
boss. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, that was dead. I don't know how
Bro,
anyone
it's
wrote about that.
shit.
I
Do you
don't know
know
how
what we
anyone
got?
wrote that.
You know,
What?
you know when
We
know
got
when
like the deadest picture of a marketplace ever. It was like the
check this
Salvador
picture.
Dali surrealist painting. I'm not lying.
I thought you were gonna say like some fucking Mumbai type of fucking street kind of thing.
It
Beep
did
beep.
actually look like a bloody Babylonian market, and it with like these
What's a babble?
like
What the hell?
Man said
Babylon
Babylon. Yeah,
in
Babylon.
Middle East, innit?
Oh,
And it looked bare like crazy because it was like a Salvador Dali painting or something. You know
yeah.
how them are, that
Yeah.
surrealist style, you know.
You know how it is.
And I couldn't write about it, so what I wrote was that this guy at the marketplace, like this Oriental guy, he had like tattoos all over his body, yeah, and you could pay money to have him like explain a story about each of his tattoos. So like he had like a tattoo of like a kraken in it, and like in the seas he was actually fighting this kraken, and as a result he got like a tattoo to commemorate that moment in his life.
Wow, that was really
This is
Yeah,
depth.
waffle.
That was really good waffle, but
This
and
is waffle. It
and
takes
this
years
is
to master
level
waffle like this.
literally level 9 waffle.
that went over my head. No, not lie to you.
Bro,
Literally level 9 waffle.
man's waffling at the bro on your CV waffle at the highest level. Now
That's
instead I
mad.
have to do a fucking
I am
research
an
report with our
ambitious,
best TikToks.
enthusiastic, and never. I screwed up. See, this is not level 9 waffle. I'm an ambitious, enthusiastic, and joyous individual
Are you lot now? This is why
who finds himself advancing in every aspect of their lives.
I went from waffling about fucking bullshit to fucking doing formulas like these, and it's just long enough.
Whoa.
To be fair, that's alright.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it's just a bit long enough.
Isn't that just the Pearson
It is the
coefficient?
piss. It is. I need to do. That's my
Yeah.
statistical, not statistical.
So what is it?
What's that for?
What's the formula? It's
I need
basically
to.
when you've got a
Alright.
data plot, yeah,
Yeah.
like a bivariate data plot, it tells you if the correlation between the data sets is strong or negative.
Oh shit. I
Yes,
might need
nah.
to know that for my work.
I need to do this for my research in it.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's a bit long. Man had to research whether how someone looks if they're either like attractive or not changes the outcome of the punishment would be in the criminal setting.
Oh,
Oh shit.
So basically, I showed someone a picture, and they were like, I was like, are they paying or not on a scale of 1 to 10?
did you actually?
Yeah, and they were like, either like like depending on, and then they would scale that, and then I'd be like, okay, this person cheated on an exam, yeah, um, you have to like say, do you think this person's guilty or not after like giving them like an extract, just basic that some bullshit, and then the participant are actually guilty, and you ask them how severe the punishment should be, which is the amount of words they should write for an essay titled "Why Cheating is Immorally Wrong," and then obviously the amount severity of the punishment. And obviously, your boys' research found that the more attractive the person thought that the person is,
Yeah.
the less severe and less likely they were to be punished.
Okay.
So
So
basically, if
basically,
you're paying, you get off of
Get on
it.
the hook. Yeah.
so basically,
Smack.
breaking news: far-right Polish immigrant objectifies individuals, pressing for the toughest punishments against minority groups.
Wait,
This
what?
is
This is
this is
level 10
crazy.
waffle. This is level
This
10
is
waffle,
crazy.
I
bro.
thought he was reading an article, not waffling
That-
while Casper waffled. You know?
This is
this guy
crazy.
just waffled, bro.
It sounds like
Guys,
a real life Vox article.
You lot are mad.
hashtag rip BBC.
Why did they write that bare complicated formula for it though?
Well, the Pearson's thing.
It's just the covariance of x and y over the standard deviations, right? What's all this bull crap?
This guy's waffling, bro. I don't
Wish
know
I
what
was
you're
this educated and that's it. Fucking hell.
It's just because like I did A level stats, yeah. Nothing too
Fuck that.
big.
You did A-level stats, so you're doing it, mate. You're on your.
I'm doing it in May. So,
Oh yeah, you're doing your A-level this
yeah,
What ones?
only one.
Yeah.
maths,
Okay.
because he's doing further maths next year.
Very
Guys,
excited.
my nose has been twitching recently, and I don't know why.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I need more sodium.
Nerve
Is that what it
damage.
is?
Yeah, I think if you have a lack of sodium, your muscles spaz out.
You've got to
Are
get that
you-
right balance.
Facts. You lot, yeah. I feel like we should. I know I'm the only one, but we should like link up sometime and play it, bruv. I feel like it would be funny.
Play what?
What, the live cast live?
Yes, yes.
Or
Trivial
the
Pursuit,
live
Luke.
cast live?
Okay.
The
Trivial Pursuit
live.
bad jokes.
The live cast.
Yeah,
This
he
is
said
why you
this
have
about
me, guys.
Instead of
15
live, the
times.
live, like
That's
live.
why you have me, guys. Marketing genius, okay?
But maybe
Um,
we should get this guy as well.
That is a possible point
PA.
of question is maybe changing the name of the channel or something, don't you think?
To
Yeah.
what?
No, of course this is very long term thinking, I don't know. But like maybe change it
I
up a little bit. I like the name to be fair.
We might have to contact our stakeholders before we consider this, Luke.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. It's me and Casper,
Uh,
but yes.
And
Jam on tin,
Kasakan as the unofficial
bro.
head
Where
of
did Kasser Khan
channel.
come from, bro? This man's just
Khan?
gonna back
Kasser
10 Jaeger. Wokan Gasser Khan. Bruv, next week,
You guys know
Luke,
what I
what are you
mean.
doing next weekend?
Nothing.
Bruv, me and Kasser are going on a 3-day bender. Do you want to join?
Where?
Next weekend.
No, but like, sorry, where?
We're probably gonna go to some club in Central.
I don't mind to be
Do you wanna
fair.
come? Yeah, bring your missus as well.
I'm taking your missus.
Nah, brother, I'm joking.
Always bad be stay praying.
Blood,
Hey,
your
yo, quick.
woman is fucking famous on the fucking
Yeah,
internet.
I was about to say that. You know what? She's hella
TikTok
famous,
famous.
right? And I need her to shout out the live cast. So this weekend I'm gonna be working
Shout out.
on making some content for the TikTok, so we can start,
Yeah, Jan, you haven't met Mel, have you? But
I know
Luke's
she's TikTok
girlfriend.
famous, yeah.
Yeah, blood, man's got 5 million fucking views on her
Social media influencer, yeah.
TikTok.
Hype beast, Melania.
Forex trader.
She's
Straight up.
all of the above. Ticks the boxes.
Luke's girlfriend, X Supreme, coming soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah, you gonna cop the Oreo?
No.
No.
Why? Have you seen the Supreme Oreo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
it's
looking
just
good.
a red Oreo.
It's not looking good
Jan
for
would
mine.
eat it. Jan would eat it.
I'd only eat it if it was like regularly priced and not red.
You know them ones when they're like 50p in Tesco, then you go Boss Man, they're like £1.19. It says 79p on the backet, bro. What's he doing?
No, my favorite, yeah. My favorite's when you buy like a can of Monster or something. It says not for individuals. Blood, I feel like bad criminal buying it, fam.
It's like,
Corner shop economics. No, see, it's not illegal to buy, it's illegal to sell. So you're alright, Casper.
Yeah, but like,
yeah, it's not looking good.
but I don't want my local boss man to get shut down. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Because
where is
where
your
else
local
would you
boss
get your
man?
monsters?
Bruv, local boss man's back close to my yard, you know.
It's
What
like a
in
pace's walk away
what?
from his primary, innit?
No, in
Bro, you know what
it.
Chatsworth? Oh, are you talking Portsmouth?
No, I'm talking about in ends, bro. Talking about in
Nah,
Hall Road.
ends. Yeah, ends is close,
Where?
Yeah,
bro.
blood.
You got
Nah,
a
it's
chance?
closer to me than you. You know where Chatsworth is?
No, sorry.
Oh, cuz. You don't know where the school is, the primary school.
Nah.
Okay, basically, you know where I live.
Yeah.
You know the road you usually pull in from. Like, you know where the park is. Well, right. You know the main road, yeah, and there's the big white building on the left, and you're driving down there, and you could go left and
Yeah.
you keep going down that road, and instead of turning left to my end, you go literally like about 20 more meters, and
Oh shit.
there's Bossman there.
I did not know that. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Trust me, yeah. When I
Yeah,
say
there's
this,
literally like 2 corner shops within viewable radius of Chatsworth.
yeah.
Yeah, like I know there's the only Bossman shop I know near Melt. You know the one towards Witten. If you go to Witten, there's like the triangle
Oh,
part where the
bro,
park.
there's
That
one
one
so
there.
much. There's one so much closer. If you backtrack from Mel's and you know where oh, I don't remember the name of the road. Something Crescent, yeah.
Yeah.
And you dip down that road. There's a big corner shop. Like there's like 4 corner shops in a row there.
Shit.
There's also they opened a chicken shop there as well.
Whew, might have to get me a cheeky.
I,
Nah, but the Jandos though.
I've
You
been
know how it is.
nah. The Handers is the best place, but I'm taking a break from the Handers because last time I went, stuff.
What did they
Bro,
give you the
me and
shits?
Cass went like 3 times.
Oh yeah, when Jan was around my house once, yeah. Champs. Jan, I think this was during champs.
Yeah, it was. It was,
Me
it
and
was,
me
it
and
was.
Jan went to the Handers like 3 out of 4 days.
Shit.
It was insane.
Bossman enjoyed our company.
Word. He got your money. Like you can't even pay by
Enjoyed
card. You
our
know they're trying to
money,
avoid the tax. They just
our
don't pay
Yeah,
hard
they
tax.
coin.
yeah they stopped. Oh no, it's kind of
Like,
batty.
I'll link Bossman up. I'll pay him Bitcoin, no tax.
Bitcoin no
Easy,
tax.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
the
that thing on
waffling,
news the
bro.
other day? It was like some man was paying like 20 mil over Bitcoin and he was like some drug dealer or something. It's quite mad.
The
But
Oh
yeah,
Pablo
yeah,
Escobar of our
Casper.
time.
I've talked to you about Dogecoin, haven't
Yes, you
I?
should talk about it on the podcast.
What do you think of Dogecoin, Casper?
I think it's a fantastic opportunity, Luke. I think you should invest in.
I think you
what?
should invest in Dogecoin.
Whose coin? What?
Uh,
Dogecoin.
I think you
Dollars?
should. I think you should.
Dogecoin, yeah.
I think you should explain first the relevance of Dascoin, John.
Basically, Dogecoin is this like revolutionary new cryptocurrency based around blockchain technology. It's just amazing. Like, I
I think
mean,
everything is
But
based
I
around
think you should
it.
explain your relevance to it, like
all
why
right.
you're infatuated by it.
My immediate family actually markets Dogecoin, or formerly known as Green Power,
Oh, you're
and
talking about Raid
essentially.
Shadow Legends, that one.
That's a great Shadow Legends.
Luke, basically, I'll show you, yeah, this
I've passed on.
cryptocurrency. I'll show you this cryptocurrency, yeah? There's
I'm
nothing
dizzy.
suspicious. I mean, just look at the bottom right of this image, okay? Don't focus on anything else. So as you can see, it's a brilliant coin.
Green Power.
Look at that 0.06% gain over 24 hours
I
on
like
the
that.
Ethereum.
That's great.
Insane. Nothing sketchy. Nothing sketchy here. This is
I
just a
think
brilliant.
you should talk about this fantastic conference you went to in Poland.
Oh yeah, but this was for something different. Yeah, this conference was for Cloud Token. My uncle invited me. I was like, let me see what it's all about. Yeah,
Mm,
some 6 hour long meeting. They didn't even let us get out of our seats. They were like, you guys are adults now, innit?
yeah.
You can sit down for 6 hours and listen to our brilliant product. They brought on these like hype beats. This guy called Paul McCartney, which was like a B-Tech Conor McGregor. Like, mom, can we get Conor McGregor? No, we've already got Conor McGregor at home. That was Paul
He's
McCartney, yeah.
already shagging that woman.
Oh, no.
And basically, yeah, he was just the biggest hype beast. Like, guys, you gotta invest in this project. I mean, you've gotta want something to succeed in life. And I was like, I'm sold. And then they got this man out called Ronald I.
Ronald
Like,
I.
this was his name, like spelled out phonetically, Ronald I. Okay. And the thing was, he was apparently the biggest phone producer, former CEO of the biggest phone producer in China,
China.
mind you. A
Yeah.
big deal. But
Really?
like suspiciously no discernible digital footprint, but let's abandon that. You know, Ronald I, big Ronald I, right? And Ronald I was like, I I have a vision for the future. I went to like the Philippine archipelagos and I saw all these poor people, right? These people starving, and I thought, what if we give them mobile phones? And then he said cloud token, and I was sold. That's it.
Wow, that was incredible. I literally just had to Google that, and I'm quite intrigued that he made a token that you can't withdraw. So
You can't withdraw it. It's literally an exit scam. That's the best thing.
that's what it said. What is an exit scam then? I guess it's just like you can't actually exit your money,
It's
so
when they
it's
steal your
forever.
money. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
just make
simple.
sure.
Mr. Steal
It
Your Money.
applies.
Oh yeah, Mr. Steal Your Money.
Oh no, and there's a funny story, right? You know how there's
Right.
like these cryptocurrency forums, like
Uh-huh.
this one behind MLM. It's more like focused towards like
Oh, I got a
uncovering
good
MLM
MLM
scam.
story after.
Calm. And like, by the way, this is besides my point, but why, when like websites are critical of someone, they have to get the dirtiest mugs of them? Yeah. Like this Don
Oh
here,
no.
he's not this ugly to be fair. Like the lighting's pretty poor here. Lighting's pretty poor. But I did actually find a comment from a user that somehow, I'm not joking, listed every scam my uncle and aunt were in.
Wait, really?
Bro,
Coincidentally,
you're
they
better
were
dropping like your family. I think you should chill in it.
edit out, and there were like four of these programs listed that they happened to invest in.
Yeah.
Could you believe it? Just
What
out of
were they?
nowhere.
Name drop.
Uh, well, Cloud Token and Coin were two of them. There was another one where like it was blockchain around like internet advertisement. Like so you paid into some program and you were able to like advertise some stuff on your website, make a profit. I don't know. Obviously, the more people you had signed up under your referral code, the more money.
Oh,
Just
when
how these
everyone's
things work.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Um, before we move on to like a different topic, um, I think it was about 2 years ago now. One of like my mate Bart, like Casper knows him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Tosh Wheelie Clock.
yeah. Anyway, um, I'm
Well,
just
it's
bait.
actually
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just bait's girlfriend's brother. It's like very weird to explain. So he's from Brentford Ends, like his girlfriend's brother. So anyway, Bart's friends with him anyway, and then blah blah blah. And the guy won't say his name for won't say his government name for legal purposes, Gabriel. So he got us all to come to like this conference thing where he said he like rented out a hotel.
Oh, I remember this.
So it's a good story, right? So
Yeah.
he supposedly rents out like this hotel room, gave us a talk on what the scam was, but he didn't. He said, okay, so it's called
obviously it
iMarkets.
wasn't a scam. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's called iMarkets Live, and supposedly what it does, it trades for you, and it gives you like the best trades in the forex market.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, if you Google it and say, "Is it a scam?" It literally says everyone said yes, 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 blah blah blah, bad reviews, and there's people that
Yeah.
it's like one of those things where people will put positive comments on it because they're part of it, just so it looks like they can be credible. So
Or they're just bots.
yeah, or they're bots. So we went like as like 16-year-olds thinking we're like gonna make the bag, like, oh yeah, man's gonna make this bread. I got money to invest here. Let me go put this pea down and make some bread, right? So we turn up, yeah, the man hops off a bus. We're there like half an hour earlier. The man who's given us the talk saying he's making like £1,500 a month on top of whatever he does is taking a bus to come
Wait,
roll up.
£1,500 a month.
Yeah, he's supposed this is why it's supposed, yeah, because me and Tyrese found out this was complete bullshit. So
Yeah.
man rolls up, yeah, he's in his suit and whatever, trying to act all rich and stuff, and he goes, "Oh yeah, guys, I'll go sit up, yeah, blah blah blah, whatever. Got my briefcase and that, yeah." So we go into the room, yeah, we're all gassed, thinking we're gonna make the bag. But one thing I learned from my mum is like never, if something's too good to be true, it never is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Wise word.
Robert from our school,
Mm-hmm.
um, he also thought this like, bro, this is not gonna be real, but this is after. So we go in, the man gives a talk, like he has this presentation. He goes, guys, iMarket's like this, and then he gives us like the rundown of like what it is, how much it will cost, and then if you sign up under his name, it will make him money, but it will make us
Yeah, of
money as well because we're
course.
supposedly getting in the pyramid. That's not a pyramid. And he said, guys, this is not a scam. This is not a pyramid scheme. But
It literally is though.
but you literally just said it was when it wasn't, and then it actually is because you're hiring us beneath you to give. It's like the money you put in is the money he gets.
But yeah,
So
that's what these people do, Luke. They
yeah,
like describe you something that definitely is something, but it's not that thing. They're like
yeah,
effectively pissing on your back and telling you
exactly.
like it's raining.
And he was like, "Oh, guys,
Right.
I'm on SP 150 and now I'm on SP 750, which means like I get X amount of money a month, right?" Because he's
Yeah.
signed up people in referrals. And he's like, "Oh, I've met some people at SP 10,000, which means they get like 10 grand a month because of people below them." And I was like, "Oh, this is like some bullshit, whatever." Bearman sign up, it all goes to shit. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we got this magic tool called the harmonic scanner, and basically what it does is scans all the good trades. And if you actually Google it, it's just a load of bullshit.
No,
Everything,
like
every trading site has it." I was like,
coincidentally, right, Luke, that cloud token thing I was telling you about with Ronald I also had
"Yeah,
something similar. I think I forgot what it was called. It began with a J, but it was some AI
yeah,
that apparently scanned like all the trades and checked which one was most profitable.
yeah." It's stupid, isn't it? Like,
Crazy.
I know Caspian not really involved in this conversation right now, but these,
hmm
like these things, right? If you're actually motivated to grind or get money or like get the bag, you'll do it off your own back. You'll do your own research. You're not gonna see some quick get rich quick scheme and be like, oh yeah, this is legit, blah blah blah. Like that's not how it works at all. That's like the easiest way to lose money.
Cool.
So yeah, moving on. Moving on.
Casper, do you have anything to talk about? Putting you on the
Um,
spot.
do I have anything to talk about? Not like an infatuating conversation as we just had. I don't think we could top that, to be honest.
It's like
Well,
what
Ronald, I going to the
Ronald I
Philippine archipelago,
you
Yep.
guys
scouting out
you guys
poor
seen that
people to get mobile phones to.
you seen that Joe Rogan clip where they're talking about some deep shit and then they go, see that guy hit a hit a moose with his car and it just like breaks the ice. Just like yeah. So anyway, see that guy hit his car with a moose or whatever. I was like, whoa.
Okay, now. I
Right,
mean, I
yeah.
guess you could talk about another topic we could talk about is thoughts on. Well, I know what me and Luke are gonna say. I probably know what Jan's gonna say, but he doesn't probably care as much. Um, Santander's performance at the Ritz.
Oh wait, okay. I'll leave that to you to get onto.
Well,
Who?
basically, see, there we go.
Santander.
Um, basically, so this rapper Santan Dave,
Oh, that guy
just
who
Dave,
criticized fucking Boris Johnson.
yes,
That's what everyone knows
Yeah.
him as
he
now.
should
It's
be
weird.
he should be known as more than that,
Yeah.
but let's move on, innit? He won the Brits for the best album of 2019, which is deserved in my opinion. That was a masterpiece of an album.
Calm.
I think
Uh,
there wasn't any other good Brit albums as well this like last year, so it's well deserved, definitely.
I swear
yeah,
Billie Eilish stole a bunch of them, wasn't it? At the Brits.
yeah, I'm a bit confused because bare American people won Brit Awards,
Yeah.
which confused me.
It's
I know Lil Nas won.
More Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
You won a Brit Award.
Apparently.
Bruv, give 21.
From might be confused, but
Yeah, so he performed his song Black, which is like singing about um like he's basically saying like black people are like ridiculed and shit like that and like all of that stuff and like he just highlighted stuff. And then he did like a second part of the song which like I guess he made especially for the Brits because like it was like a first time and I assume an only time thing there where he basically made like a second part of the song. And obviously he called out Boris Johnson as a racist. He called out the media for being racist for like Bear going at Meghan Markle and shit like that. He also
oh,
talked about
that's a big annoying thing. I can't lie. The whole Meghan Markle and Harry.
yeah, I don't get
uh,
why they bloody Went after them so deeply.
Yeah, I think we should get into it after.
Uh, we will, because I've
Maybe
been
I'm
watching a
not
lot.
Give me a
well
sec. I need to get
informed
some
enough
truth.
on it.
I've been watching a lot of. Oh, actually, I haven't. Okay, well, me and you, Jan, well gone. So I'm gonna explain this to you since you don't really know. Yeah, Santan this like basically like there's like two like he's either like he makes like hype kind of music, but not really hype, but
Yeah.
like gas kind of music. But he also makes a lot of songs like, especially his older songs. He like trickles in every now and then like a days as well. Especially his old album called Game Over. He made like a lot of songs like criticizing a lot of things in the world. And like
Yeah.
there's like a song where it's like 6 minutes of him on like a instrumental where he just like criticizes like British politics and stuff.
All
So
right. Fair
especially
enough.
this was around the time when Grenfell happened, so he was like why are they not doing anything for the Grenfell like victims and shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he's got a background into it, and obviously he was just bare beefing these dons at the award ceremony pretty much. And
Fair enough.
I actually want to get into this Meghan Markle thing and stuff, which then will lead on to another topic I want to talk to you guys about. So obviously the Meghan Markle thing, I think basically uh, I think they tried to do what they did to
Diana.
yeah, which is just fucking kill her off,
Yeah, you know.
like
Oh, you seen
because
those
Meghan
conspiracy
Markle's like
theories, isn't it? The
yeah, we're
reviewing.
gonna move
Yeah.
into it, I think
I
personally,
think we
but
should do
basically
conspiracy video video. Conspiracy video.
You
A
said it correctly.
conspiracy.
What do you want about?
No, I said conspiracy video like that. Like a mix up.
very
Anyway, Casper, I'm
yes.
so
Come on,
sorry.
guys. Don't be Alex Jones. God's sake.
Every time I think of Alex Jones, I think of that video where he's chasing that car.
I was literally
Oi,
about
you!
to say that. Dun, 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 dun.
I think of him on Joe Rogan.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I'm kind of fucking retarded.
That podcast, yeah,
Uh,
is actually like a top one of all time for me. It's like 4 hours
Yeah,
long.
of
It's
course.
perfect. It's so sick. Like he's just chatting shit, but I like it.
for 4 hours. Beautiful stuff. Yeah,
Mentally
so
ill.
I think there's like a two-part story to this, and we will fucking
Ride it
so
out.
yeah. So do you want me to save the conspiracy theories for another video, or do you want me to talk about it
Yeah,
now?
sure.
I think talk
Do
about
it.
it now, but we'll do a video
We'll
like
do more in depth
next
on it.
week,
Okay.
and we'll do like a
Cool.
Well,
full-on
Cool.
breakdown. We'll like do one. Yeah. Anyway, go for it, bro.
basically, I think the Meghan Markle thing, personally, she's like obviously her skin color doesn't help.
Yeah,
She
unfortunately.
comes from she
Media
comes
vilifies
from
people. Shit.
she comes from a background of she's divorced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is
Yeah, so
divorced.
she comes from a divorced thing, which shouldn't be a problem for the English.
Yeah, there's already been a king, like a king before married a three-time divorcee, I believe.
Bro, look at fucking Henry the Eighth.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's why
Yeah.
they changed it. But nah, but we've seen it before. But then again, we've seen like who's the king or the prince that no, the king Luke, English not English,
Edward.
history,
He
Edward the
was
Fourth.
king.
the one that abdicated because of
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Edward. King
yeah,
Edward the
yeah,
Fourth.
King
yeah.
Edward the Fourth. Yeah, the one before World War One, right?
No,
No, no, no.
two,
World War Two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because he was mates with Hitler. Um, yeah, so we've seen before that even royals have been like people in power have been like ridiculed and basically forced to abdicate before. So
Yeah,
like
of
it
course.
repeated history here again. And I think another thing is this is like a cloud, like a smoke bomb to cover up the whole thing with Prince Andrew,
Mm, yeah.
which goes into one of my favorite questions right now, which is did Jeffrey Epstein kill
Oh my god,
himself?
but I say that. That was such a big thing.
I remember when I introduced this topic first time to Casper, and he was like,
You know what? The more you read into it and like you watch like
It's
Happy
so
Hour,
bullshit.
it's so
"Of course
bullshit.
he
So
didn't kill
bullshit.
himself."
You're trying to tell me a 6 foot something Donny hung himself in a
Yeah,
prison
from
cell?
a bed. Yeah,
Impossible. He's literally
from a
standing
bed.
up.
Yeah, it's
And
Wait, guys, I'll find you an article.
then what was the actual cause of death? Did they try to when they found out? Was it like a strangulation
he
or
got
something?
strangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got strangled, and there's like he got strangled by one of them like little. Yeah. There's yeah.
Yeah, there was
the
literally a
lead,
pathologist,
yeah, the lead,
professional
like a
pathologist,
lead pathologist said that there's no way this man fucking hanged himself and shit like that.
and no one
'Cause that was
reported on it. It wasn't even like in the news cycle.
because there was like there he said that like the guy broke like a bone that basically never breaks,
Shit.
a hang like an act of hanging,
So
and
it's like proper
like
professional.
and he even did like a case study where he looked over like 1,000 suicides by hanging themselves in the where was he in the MCC,
Bro, I can't even tell you.
I'm not sure.
whatever, whichever
I
prison
don't
system.
know much about Epstein, to be honest, apart from the fact that he didn't kill himself.
He was also part of
Besides,
like a very dodgy ring of
mate,
people that
that's
would,
a whole thing, mate.
yeah, that when I heard about that, I was like, bro, these people
His
are
whole
seriously getting away with murder, like with little kids. But
with
anyway,
more than murder.
Yeah,
Basically, there
gone
was like
free.
he did like a case study of like 1,000 deaths by hanging themselves through in the same prison,
yeah.
and not in one of the 1,000 case studies was that bone broken, and in this case, obviously it was.
Of course it was.
Um,
Yeah.
the suicide watch Donnies apparently fell asleep while they're now prosecuted. I think they've gone to jail because of obviously what happened. So they're just burning more bridges and stuff. The Royals and one of them apparently in an interview. I don't know if I'll be able to say like to find it anywhere if it's or if I just heard it and it's bullshit. But apparently one of them said that he thought suicide watch means to watch them commit suicide.
Who fucks with that?
One of the
Wouldn't surprise
guards.
if they commit
Jesus
suicide
Christ.
soon. By the way, wink, wink. Four
That won't
bullets to
even
the back of the head.
it won't even be in the news. No one would care. They
No, but
would
that's
like
the thing.
cover up.
You know CNN, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know CNN.
At the same time that Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself, as pathologists who witnessed like the bone breaking, this was the top story. CNN's Brian Stelter investigates Trump's Twitter typos.
Oh my god.
This was the top story at the time. Trump misspells tweet. There
You,
you go.
people like, don't you think people have like a life or something? You know,
Like, who
that
gives
just
a
Yeah.
can't.
crap?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Bit ridiculous.
well, this guy's a very interesting character. Apparently he started off as a janitor.
Who? Oh,
Um,
Jeffrey. Yeah.
Jeffrey
What,
Epstein.
Dax? Wink,
Yes,
wink.
Dax. Yes. And then I think he started working. I think on like the like stock market or something. I'm not too sure.
And then he
But he
became
did,
anonymous.
he made a lot of money really quickly, and he got in touch with some like other like quite high up people, and he became this like like the middleman for exploiting children. So he'd be the one to like deliver kids to like high
Yeah.
ups, including Prince Andrew, and also I want to say George Bush as well.
Oh yeah.
George
That's
George
Well, Bill
Bush,
Clinton, right?
yeah. Bill Clinton
was it
as
Bill
well. It
Clinton
was
or was
Bill
it George
Clinton. Bill
Bush?
Clinton.
I mean,
I can't remember.
allegedly.
I himself, not even allegedly anymore. But Epstein had his own plane in order to violate inter like there's like these things where it's like in aviation like rules. There's like obviously when you're on someone's land you're in under their jurisdiction,
Yeah.
but when you're in the air there's like
Oh yeah. There's no.
parts where there's no like no one owns it, so there's no like jurisdiction or anything, which means that this guy used to go on the planes and fuck kids in the air so that he couldn't be held accountable to
Yeah.
it. And there was this story that apparently this guy, so he used to like like the story broke out from one of his maids, um like that he used to just bring like these girls home, like these little girls from schools and stuff, create like a
Jesus.
network. So he'd pay them like I think like 200 for quote unquote a massage, so sex, and
Yeah.
then he would network them and be like, if you bring me another girl, I'll pay you an extra 200 on top.
Basically
And
a
he
multi-level
created this
marketing scheme.
for pedophiles, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And
suppose.
he created this like network where at one point like 10 schools in the area, like every single girl. Like, do you know how fucking crazy that is?
I just don't understand how no one baited this out.
Yeah, same.
Nonce coin.
Nonce. I am a
Sake.
nonce.
And
Nonsense.
I'll say no
Nonsense
because like
win.
these girls would just be like, would they tell like Epstein would just like be like, okay, well I'm gonna pay you, just don't tell anyone. And then I think the way finally that one of the girls just finally told her like told her mum that was like basically, oh yeah, this man fucked me basically.
Yes.
And yeah,
Dangerously bloody gay.
yeah. And then obviously Prince Andrew's outed as a fucking being part of this whole like weird pedophile sex ring thing. And like I think that's what leads back to the whole like funnily enough, just as fucking Prince Andrew is outed to be a nonce, um all of a sudden Harry and Meghan fucking decide to like abolish their fucking royal rights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
You know
just
what?
it's just a smokescreen.
So
I
you
don't know why
think it was
so many
like a
people give a fuck.
tactical thing?
I think it's a smokescreen. I think it's partially Harry going, okay, well I'm not gonna let my fucking grandma kill another woman in my life, and
Yeah,
then
already killed
partially
his mum.
also, yeah, exactly, and then partially also that like she was just like, oh yeah, just cover for this Andrew story, and then we'll be cool in it. We won't kill your wife.
Yeah, like
I
that
I
it
think
would be an easy smokescreen considering like obviously nothing concrete, but allegedly like Meghan Markle got a lot of the kitchen staff over at Buckingham Palace fired, right? Or Windsor Palace, I'm not sure which one.
I think they're
yeah,
Windsors,
Like
yeah.
a lot of long, not like allegedly, nothing confirmed, but at the same time that Meghan Markle came in, suddenly all of the Donnies left their employment after like 40 years. So obviously nothing concrete, but
yeah,
I think it's just like the media's dodgy in general. I don't get how people don't
It always
realize
has
this.
been. They can. The
fucking hell.
thing,
So
Always, yeah.
so
they've
if you
controlled
Google
everything for so long.
is bear with, oh my lord, this is kind of weird. So as soon as I googled the Lolita Express, which was the name of the plane that Jeffrey Epstein like
Was
fucked
that an
like
official name or
kids.
like something
Yeah,
that?
yeah, Lolita Express. Yeah,
How
it
did
is.
no one clock, bruh?
Do you know what the first thing that comes up when I Google that in?
Jeffrey didn't
It's
kill
a
himself.
no, it's a Google ad saying warning: child pornography is illegal.
Whoa,
Jesus.
So you know
that's
how that's up to some fucking no good if you Google a Lolita Express
yeah,
and
that's not your.
fucking and just pornography just comes up.
Yeah. Screw that, bruh.
What was
What the
Lolita
fuck?
meant to be anyway? Like, what's it?
Lolita's this book in I forgot. Let me try to remember the guy who wrote it.
I've googled it. Is it?
Nabokov. It was a guy called Nabokov. He wrote it,
Yeah,
and it was
random
about
name.
like the. It was written from the point of view of like this jailed psychopath who essentially like saw this 14-year-old teenage girl as like a god figure. So he like married her like 14, and it's a really twisted story.
Yeah.
And like
So
yeah,
yeah, the plane is called the Lolita Express.
it was named
Uh,
after like this like the book written in the point of view of a psychopath. Uh,
yeah.
I thought it'd be like a girl's name or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Lolita.
since that book's been published, it is like basically become a synonym for sweet girl, which is a bit sinister,
That's
in my opinion.
yeah. That's some
Yeah,
fucked
so
up shit.
there you go. This guy fucking, and then I think Bill. It might not be Bush. It might be Bill Clinton.
Good old Clinton with Hillary, the DNC machine.
He I think I can't really find the article, but I read it. So oh, there we go. I don't know if it's a very um credible website, but something called a postmillennial.com, which I assume is like a some kind of fucking online. The headline is Bill Clinton allegedly took 26 flights aboard Epstein's Lolita Express.
And no
Fucking
one's
hell.
hounding bloody Clinton, by the way. No one's getting after him for some reason.
He issued a statement on Jeffrey Epstein. This was his statement. President Clinton knows nothing about the terrible crimes Jeffrey Epstein pleaded. Florida some years ago, or those in which he has recently charged in New York. In 2002 and 2003, President Clinton took a total of 4 trips on the Epstein's plane, one to Europe, one to Asia, which included stops in connection to work the Clinton Foundation. Staff supporters of the foundation, Secret Service detail traveled on every leg of the trip. He had one meeting with Epstein in his Harlem office, and around the same time, he had one brief visit to Epstein's New York apartment with a staff member and a security detail. He has not spoken to Epstein well over a decade and has never been to Little St. James Island to talk about Epstein's Rancho Mexico or his residence in Florida. So this man is a fucking maniac. We know this already. He's a pedophile and he's fucking he does
Yeah.
anything to be not be like put for it. And
Yeah.
so this man's a billionaire. So what does he do? He bought his own fucking pedo island.
Yeah, he had like a pedo island.
What the?
No
These
joke.
little kids and just
No, but Casper, do you know why there's this whole conspiracy? Why people think he didn't kill himself?
because he didn't.
No,
Well,
no,
it
but
was literally
like who caused
it
it? Do you
was
think?
it was definitely one of the fucking it was either like Prince Andrew or one of them.
Nah, nah, nah. It was you know how it's Clinton, right?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people are speculating that it's actually Hillary Clinton who's done this because she's done a lot of these things previously, like a lot of suspicious circumstances that defended her husband. Like, obviously we
Why
won't remember this because it was
you
before we
got
were born. But remember, like, you know Monica Lewinsky,
yeah.
and like Hillary Clinton did a lot of fuckery there to like make
Someone's got
sure
to
that
pull the
Clinton.
strings though.
Yeah, people are thinking it was Hillary because she's got like incredible influence on like the Democratic Party and everything, so she could easily pull this off.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Um yeah, because it was he died a day before he was about to snitch on everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
The next day he had a court hearing that was basically he said that he's gonna fucking just tell the truth and everything, and all of a sudden he just fucking kills himself the day before in suicide watch. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, so you know
Okay.
how like it was a private plane, but you still have to take logs of everyone who goes there.
Yeah.
Uh, there are from what they've recovered, they've taken he's written on at least 11 times, and but yeah, it's
Clinton only said 4, right?
he only said 4, but it's been at least 11, and
8.
people speculate that it's even more than that, around 26.
Bloody
And
hell.
he said he's never done anything except fucking like why would you be on the plane of a fucking well-known pedophile 26 times if you're not gonna fucking do something like
I mean, if
fucking
you're gonna lie about something as little as that, by my account, you're already a liar. So everything you say kind of loses credibility, Clinton.
have you guys heard about this fucking Maxwell woman as well, Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, yeah, she's fucking crazy, man.
She was basically the right hand man of fucking Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein, and
Shit.
she was like
disgusting.
she was doing like she was like fucking she was like the herder for him. She was like recruiting all these kids and stuff. Like there's like one of these girls did an interview with one of these guys did an interview with one of the like victims of this whole shit, and she was explaining like how like Maxwell's like, oh yeah, like bet forcing her to do this shit, and then they went to Prince Andrew was there and stuff, and he was just doing a massive fun.
Just came in, he was just wanking right there.
Like I don't know how these people like I understand they've got
How
so
do they
much
evade
jurisdiction and stuff, but it's like
capture?
you have women saying this stuff on record for the news and the world to see, and no one's talking about it. No one's done anything. Like this guy,
Especially the feminists, they aren't talking about it. I don't know why.
Talking about dumb shit.
like
Like,
honestly,
yeah,
it's just
disgusting.
mad.
Yeah. But like back on the topic, right? Like, yeah, I mean the media are definitely at fault. Like it's never in like the top stories. There's no top articles about like Maxwell or Epstein for that matter. And the thing is, yeah, like we've seen it with like Carolyn Flack. I don't know your opinion on this, yeah.
Oh, that's a very good rounding one.
But like clearly media did some shit to her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, that whole thing, she allegedly abused her boyfriend, and she was like put in prison for it and shit.
Nah, she was due to be charged,
Okay, well, she was going to go to prison for it, and
probably.
then basically everyone's like fucking outlawing her and shit. But apparently, then like bad stuff's come out after she's killed
Like
herself.
the boyfriend denied it completely.
What denied the
I
abuse?
mean, not denied it, but he said he didn't want prosecution. And when she died, he like released this like message where he basically said, "I'll miss you, baby," stuff like that. Clearly not like
Because
a
she said,
guy who's been She said it was an accident, isn't it?
yeah, she like there was like her like I don't know like whoever runs her like social media or whatever I guess told her not to like release the statement, but
Which
she
was
like
her like
wrote a
suicide note,
statement.
innit?
Kind of basically, she was like, I kind of can't take this anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she said that like they're like she's not a domestic like happened one time because they got into a fight, which is obviously not like
Yeah, it's
you
not
can't
excusable.
fucking it's not excusable, but then at the same time like to label her a domestic abuser just because like if he's not pressing charges and stuff, then clearly they've like worked it out between them. So it's like, and then it was just the media just drove like they ridiculed her so much and shit. Like she lost her job at Love Island and shit just because of this and all of that. So
And by the way, yeah,
she really didn't have
on that
any
topic,
choice.
correct me if I'm wrong, Love Island's ITV show, innit?
Yeah,
Well, what other big show that ITV run do we know of?
yeah,
Britain's Got Talent, right?
okay, yeah.
Now, you guys know McParlin is his name?
The
The
Donny that did drugs, yeah,
Yeah, the Donny who did drugs and almost killed a family
yeah.
by drunk driving. He didn't get any repercussions. Like he had to go off the show for a bit, but he didn't like
Oh,
lose his job or anything. So what the hell? What is this
It's
screwery going on here?
a bit of bias, isn't it? Like the whole thing with Ant,
Yeah,
though, isn't it? It's a bit. It happened around the corner from my house as well.
is it?
Yeah, he did it near like this Budweiser factory, which is in like Mortlake. So it's not too like literally like a 5 minute drive from my house. And I don't know. I think people, Tubes as well. You know the football guy, Tubes. He's on like um Soccer AM and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he suffered from like drinking addiction or problems, whatever. And
yeah,
it's always like people people that seem to have like these really sick lives and have suppose like really good outgoing personalities and stuff. They've always got like this dark side to them, or
yeah,
they've
yeah. Of
got
course, the mask.
yeah, and it's just like I feel I feel like people kind of almost do that on a day-to-day basis.
Of course, you have to,
It's,
unfortunately.
yeah, it's quite it was always quite sad, but
Keep up the mirage,
yeah,
a
it's
facade.
just
Yeah, but like what got was completely undeserved. I mean, the
nah.
media pretty much went after her.
I think anyone who takes their own life is like I know people look at it two different ways. Some people think like oh they're proper selfish because they don't think about anyone else besides themselves, and people that have that view kind of piss me off, to be fair, I can't lie. It's like
Yeah,
people's
word.
life can get stressful and hard at times, but there's no need to, you know,
Hound them.
yeah, there's no need to like give up because literally take like a month or 6 months to yourself and you can find yourself again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's one of the things that I've kind of need to start doing, to be fair.
Like
So
I don't know what you guys think about this. You guys will probably disagree with me, but like hugely disagree assertively with like Love Island as a concept for a show anyway.
I don't like it, never watched it in my life.
Yeah, same. It's like
It's
putting like people on display.
yeah, two things can I say. One thing, I've never watched it, so I can't have like a proper opinion, but the whole concept is something that doesn't appeal to me of having
Yeah,
people trying to get famous or trying to get themselves out there like that. And it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, the whole
To me,
concept's quite
right, it's
weird.
like no one's ever watched Love Island because they want to see like influential, inspirational characters. They watch
Mm,
Love Island because it's basically like a human circus. It's kind of like Bumheads used to
yeah,
be. You laugh at these like really, besides the point that it's usually really dumb but attractive looking people, like perpetuating the stereotype to teenagers that you should go after like unfavorable characters just 'cause they're like hot or
Yeah,
like hype beasts. Yeah. Apart from that, right? People are just basically laughing at like unfortunately uneducated people, right? People that don't have like the ability to defend themselves, I guess, and you just like pit them against each other. I think it's a bit predatory, in my opinion.
yeah. It's very towards alpha, like alpha people. Sorry, kind of had a bit indigestion. It's like who has the most this or biggest that. It's like no. It's,
Exactly, yeah.
I know to me it's more like life. I don't know. I feel if you're rich in knowledge, like for example, you're bloody people would call you a nerd for like what you know and stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, if I was someone who wanted to have your dreams, like have that, if we share the same dreams, for example, I'd be like, yo, John, I need to sit and talk to you and pick your brain out,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because you know
Same
stuff
with
that
you, Luke, of
yeah,
course.
you know what I mean? Like you know stuff I don't know, and I might know stuff you don't know in terms of like life or business or like A levels and stuff. Like obviously me and Casper always here, but you're the one doing it right now, so the experience
Yeah.
you're getting right now is a bit more like
Up
you,
to date, maybe.
yeah, that you just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So it's one of them things. One of them things. Hard. Life is very
I mean,
hard.
very hard, yeah. And it's like also like on the topic of conspiracy theories.
Mm.
Have you noticed how like everyone who leaves Love Island, whether you were like the last place or the first place, they like become these like mad social media
Yeah. One
influencers, isn't
second.
it? Also, now I'm literally alone. Cool. Don't know where Casper went.
Sorry.
Casper's been gone for a very long time.
Yeah, it's so good. Now mom just came in and gave me some quality snacks for the weekend.
Calm.
Just
And yeah, what I was saying, you know how all these people become big influencers?
yeah, I heard up to that part and then
Yeah, dipped. I think Love Island is like almost a hatching ground for these like companies to like pick up these people and make them into big social media influencers just to like pump
yeah,
out their products.
exactly. I've always thought that because like some of the requirements is to have a bit of a following on Instagram or whatever, or like social media, I'm pretty sure. So
I think so, yeah.
so when they're on this show, it's like, oh my god, yo, my Instagram's this, let me go check me out, blah blah blah, and then boom, they probably got like 30 to 100k followers, maybe more to be fair. I don't know, I couldn't tell you a single one of their names.
Me neither.
They get a brand deal, then people are making an extra 4 or 5 bags a month, like 1,000. They don't have to work, they're just promoting a product. They pump them
Yeah,
up for like the next 6 to 12 months, and they probably just drop them, unless you're like someone who knows what they're doing and they can perform with having a social media following. Before you know
yeah.
it, these men are making
Comes tough.
so much money. But yeah, it can be
They're
really
making
tough.
bags
Yeah, they're making
of these
bags.
things.
And like you see these London brands and stuff, like the ones that you get in clothing like shops like JD and Foot Asylum, like like Jim King, stuff like that. But I'm wearing Jim King right now just because whatever.
Yeah,
These brands will sponsor these people, or like they'll get Boohoo or ASOS, whatever. Bro, these people are making bare money just because they have X amount of followers. It's like it's
yeah.
obviously it's a very fortunate position to be in, to be fair.
And this is like completely unrelated, but it might be related in a sense.
Yeah, of course.
There was a survey of like kids in America, in the UK, and in China,
Yeah.
and it essentially the topic of uh the survey on the itinerary was, what do you want to be when you grow up? Obviously
Mm.
asking the kids, right?
YouTuber, right?
Yeah, literally. In UK and US, that was the main linking factor. They both said YouTuber slash social media hype beast influencer.
Damn. I think
And
to
in
me it's
China was
quite
astronaut.
desirable.
What to like be a
Social media thing. Do did you say astronaut in China?
yeah.
It's only because the media is relegate like not relegated, it's
Yeah, true, true.
restricted, like there's many
Definitely, yeah.
boundaries to
I mean, I'm not saying the situation in China is any better than United
oh
States or
no,
UK, don't get me wrong, but
everyone's got
it
their
is
own
a
shit.
bit it is a bit sad. I'm going to ignore China. A lot of people, what they said was, "Oh, look at China like building up the youth. What are we doing here?" Obviously, that's bullshit. They're like echo chambering their youth into like these robots, right? So I'm gonna forget that China thing, but it's kind of weird that there are the top job like is a social media influencer, the most high risk, probably one of the most stressful jobs out there, like on the mental state.
Yeah, you're in
Kids
the
are
limelight.
simply not being shown the truth. Yeah, like
You
completely in
know,
the limelight.
it's impossible. I feel like these people see it. Then obviously Instagram is only like a person's highlights. Like
Exactly,
if you go and watch like Logan Paul. I mean, I like Logan Paul a lot now because of who he's become, not who he was. So like,
isn't it?
yeah. So like, obviously when he was maybe 3 years younger, when he was like proper blowing up for like from Vine over onto YouTube, it was like this man was a proper kid star, blah blah blah. He's childish. Now he's a bit more like grown up, and as the age you get a bit wiser and stuff and whatever, people only saw him for like being this guy who's doing crazy shit every single day, but I'm pretty sure that's not how his life is every day. Like
Yeah,
for
of
me,
course.
if I was in that situation where like I'm making bank like that every single day because of the YouTube videos and podcasts, bro, I wouldn't be doing half of that shit. I'd be like chilling at home trying to just build like a little empire, like houses and stuff like that, right? So, but these kids would just want to have going out clubbing, partying, and just making videos, and it's not like that. I don't think people people only see what they want to see. People only want to hear what they want to hear. So
Yeah, yeah, of course. They obviously have to show it as like a, how can I say this, like an oasis career kind of thing, like
yeah,
Casper's back, like a
Yeah.
career without any flaws, because then people want to aspire to be these people,
yeah,
and hence they will buy the products these people buy,
exactly.
even if not initially advertised that you'll become that
Do you
person.
know? Yeah,
These kids think
bro.
it.
People think it just happens like that because let's say with this channel, for example, it's not gonna go anywhere if we don't make content or without time. Like
Like CS:GO funnies.
that, they were like the old videos to be fair. But you know, anyone that's ever made anything worthwhile just had to do it for years and months and days and nights and stuff
Yeah,
without anyone seeing it or whatever, because eventually you build a platform to leverage who you are and what you create for those
exactly.
people. So like this podcast might reach like 10, 15 people, but eventually it will grow. And then by the end of this year, we'll be having like a year in review, and we'll be like, okay, we're on X amount of subscribers now, and then boom, where are we gonna go this year? What's content? Like me and Casper are trying to get webcams at one point this year so we can do
Calm.
face videos, because obviously videos are way more like appealing to people when you can see the face and you can connect a name and voice to
I
people's
mean, I
faces.
can't connect with Casper because Casper, if you see him, he's like a high roller, innit? He's like dodging, he's like swiping on these fools in the streets,
Man's on Yubo
unfortunately.
swiping right. Ba, 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 ba. LJ.
Is Casper back yet?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what you're on a lot on about.
Oh,
Stream.
we had a good convo.
About
Uh,
Love Island.
Yeah.
Good that you weren't there before you disagree with us.
what was said?
Basically, like, I don't agree with the premise of Love Island, given that it's essentially like a human zoo where like these rich and attractive but dim-witted people are basically pitted against each other. It's a bit predatory in my opinion, and at the same time, like these people are basically being groomed to be like social media influencers for these corporations for free, essentially. So yeah.
Me holding my Love Island bot right.
Are you joking?
Um, no, I agree with what you're saying,
Do you like
and
watching it?
but it's entertainment at the end of the day.
No,
Fair
of
enough.
course, of course.
I feel like I'm just gonna make it quick because you guys already. But I feel like there's been done more harm for less than what Love Island does
For sure,
for
for sure.
entertainment. I think
Jeremy Kyle.
yeah, but I feel like I quickly is like I feel like it's not the premise of the show. I feel like watching it that makes the problem. Because realistically, the show itself isn't creating the problems. But if you look on like Instagram and stuff, there's literally pages dedicated to just and then like why do you think fucking people like the guy that's dubbed Muggy Mike even when he fucking killed himself, he was still dubbed Muggy. That's what I'm gonna say.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's like the dude that popped his eye out because of popping a bottle.
Oh, Theo, yeah, he was a dick and no one.
Oh, fair enough. But like, so not deserved, not deserved.
I mean, he
That's
just
the
was
thing.
drunk and just fucking popped a cork into his eye and he lost his eye. I mean, that's just stupidity. That has
That is
nothing to
stupid.
do with the show.
I mean, gee, when
That's
you're
from when we used to watch Jeremy
uh,
Kyle.
Bro, this man. Um,
It's like the modern
yeah, no,
equivalent of bomb fights. Have you guys ever come across bomb fights?
what's
no.
that?
It's like it's no longer occurring, but back in the day, I think some rich like conservative like twats basically,
Yeah.
they went to like San Francisco and they got these like homeless people. They made them like get these tattoos with like bomb fights written on their knuckles, and they basically like made them commit crimes on video.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and it's like it was really like the rage back in the day because everyone was like, this is obviously predatory.
That's some
Like
funny shit.
homeless advocacy groups were going off, and yeah, and like in my opinion, Jeremy Kyle was basically like the equivalent of that, but just more mirage, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just the facade of it.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the Love Island thing. It's like if you watch the show, like the show does not. I mean, there are parts of the show that are fucked, but it still roots to the point of the fans. So there's like a segment in every season where they'll do this game where they read tweets, and these tweets will basically like stir shit up. And like, yes, it's understand like that's immorally wrong from the producers, but then at the same time, if no one was writing shit on social media, then they wouldn't have that to put into the.
That's
yeah.
true.
So I think it's just like the show itself does nothing wrong, but it's just the toxic viewership that likes to take the piss out of people. But yeah,
Um, yeah, I'd still argue that the show does a lot of wrong, but I can see where you're coming from. It's a lot. It's hinged on the viewers as well,
yeah.
stuff like that.
So
Should
what were
we
you lot talking about?
That
should
was it.
should we leave it at that?
You weren't gone that long, Gatsman.
Yeah, I was only like 10 minutes.
We should, yeah. I think that's it. The live cast sponsored by you know who.
Jeffrey Epstein.
No.
What?
Like you remember what I said last time? The
No.
live cast sponsored by.
Blue Chew. You know how we want to go
No.
a couple more rounds. Wait, what?
Never mind. Just watch the last episode to
What?
find out who we're
That was
sponsored to
freaking
behind
long.
bars.
What was the last sponsor?
Like back when I came in it.
Yeah, so who was it?
Who
Just
was
say
it?
it, bro. It was long ago.
Anyway, whatever.
I
I,
wish
Okay.
I
I
think
knew.
that should be it.
Yeah.
I wish I
It's
knew
just
who the
back.
sponsor was before.
He, where do you think all the money's coming from, Luke? That's the thing.
I wish I knew.
Jeffrey Epstein.
That's for making some phone calls, pretending not to know, yeah.
Of
Casper's
course.
been on it since day
Where
one.
do you think he was for 10 minutes?
Oh,
Securing
he's making a
the
call, securing a bag. Cheese.
yeah,
That's
but
what
it
I
was a
thought.
long
Bro.
phone call. I had to. I had to.
Securing the bag from unfavorable characters.
What is this guy waffling
Why
on
is he
about,
waffling?
bro? Yeah, all right. Well, shall I run off?
Bro,
Yeah.
sign it out, bro. Sign it out.
I will. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the live cast. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, ding dong the notification bell.
Yes.
Ding dong.
Yes, ding dong the
It's
notification.
an inside thing.
Ah.
And yeah, Jan, thank you
Do
for
you
coming
want
on
a
the
ding
show.
dong?
Ding dong.
Now we're going to be racially persecuted. Yes, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jan, for joining us on a special
No
episode.
problem.
Thank you very much, Jan.
I appreciate being on here.
Thank you, Luke, for being my fantastic co-host.
Bro,
And
10
more than
million
just your
pounds
host.
of hype beast clothing will come my way.
yes,
Spiritually.
and with that said, thank you guys for watching and peace.
Remember, guys, I am the danger.